Hi everyone, it's Tom with OnCampus College Planning and College Bound Confidence Community. I'm here with Stephanie Barth, one of our test prep coaches and our expert in helping student athletes. And we're going to be talking today about some of the pitfalls, misconceptions, and some really positive steps that you can take if you are a prospective student athlete for college or if you are the parent of one. So Stephanie, why don't we start with just a little introduction. Why don't you give us a little of your background and tell us specifically how did you come to learn all this knowledge and what are some of your experiences?
Well, I was a student athlete myself in the college setting. I played at a Division II university in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And then I went on to get my master's and got into coaching. And when I got into coaching, part of my job was to also work in compliance. And then along with my coaching, I was also recruiting prospective student athletes, working with not only athletes, but their families as well.
So what are some of the misconceptions that people have about becoming a college athlete?
I think people have the misconception of the work that it takes to go into it, and that that prospective student athlete really needs to own that path that they're on, and just the hard work and dedication that it takes. It almost becomes a job when you get to that point. There are many things that you're going to get to do because you're a student athlete, but there are also some things that are going to be things that you may have to give up along the way.
Okay, so it sounds like a lot of work, a lot of things that I need to do. So then what are some of the benefits of being a college athlete?
Well, I think when you're on these college campuses, they're going to do everything that they can in order to help you succeed. So you may have access to tutors, you may have access to nutritionists, you may have access to all kinds of people that are going to want to see you succeed and want to see you graduate from college.
You've talked with a lot of prospective athletes, the parent of a couple of Division I athletes. You must get a lot of the same types of questions over and over again from parents, athletes. What are maybe the 2 or 3 most common questions that people have for you about taking these next steps?
I think one of the misconceptions that people have is that the recruiting process is just a one-way street, that colleges are going to be reaching out to you left and right, and students and their families really have to be involved themselves in order to find that great fit. And there are lots of great colleges and universities out there that might be great fits for them, but it's a two-way street, and that they're going to have to be willing to reach out to those college coaches and universities of schools that they may think are good fits for themselves.
Okay, so then what do you think are the, let's say, 3 most important things that a student should do if they're thinking about becoming a student athlete?
Probably one of the most important things, and this can probably happen as early as 8th or 9th grade, is just making sure that you're on those recruiting engines that may be specific to your sport. So if that's swimming, that's college swimming. If it's volleyball, it might be university athlete. A lot of those are non-pay sites, but you want to make sure that you're getting your profile out there, updating your profile, videos, putting videos together for yourself of maybe some of your competitions would be really helpful. And then starting the college search, you may be at camps and clinics that you can look around at colleges and universities. So that would be a really great place to start.
So when's a good time to get started? Should I be doing this? Should I wait until I get into high school? Should I be starting a first grade soccer team, or when should I get started down this path?
Well, you become a prospective athlete by the NCAA when you are your first day of your freshman year in high school. So a great place to start is just by these camps and clinics that people may have. That may be, as you're entering into high school, looking at schools that you may be interested in. Camps and clinics are just a great way that you can communicate with college coaches because the NCAA has rules around how you can communicate with college coaches. But being on their campus and doing those particular things is a great way for you to gain a lot of information and personal information about those college campuses and those coaching staffs.
So where do people commonly go wrong? What are some of the pitfalls that you see?
I think people wait too long to begin the recruiting process, or they think that these colleges are just going to be recruiting and coming after them because I'm so great, or I play for a specific program, and because I play on a specific program, of course I'm going to have all these doors open to me. And families just knowing that if they have a goal of playing at a certain level, they should reach out to those schools and begin the process early.
Okay, and so that leads us into what are some of the skills that not just the athlete but the parents need to have in order to navigate and to kind of start down this path?
Well, I think one is just that you can always have one-way communication via email with college coaches, and you can begin doing that really early on. Even into your freshman year, you can begin reaching out to college coaches and emailing them. NCAA has rules around how much you can communicate with them, but at some point you're going to be communicating via phone and getting really good with having those phone conversations and knowing what questions to ask and what type of information you're going to need.
So I can't, if I'm a student athlete or a parent of an athlete, I can't just call up a coach and introduce myself and start giving them all my stats and things like that?
You can at some point, Tom, but the NCAA will have rules around that, specific by sport. So whatever sport you might be in, there are rules that are around that. And then specifically, once those times are open that you can talk to college coaches, and that depends on what level that is, maybe Division I, II, or III, is they really want to have those conversations with the student athlete themselves.
Sounds like there are a lot of rules and regulations to follow, which ties back into your background in compliance.
Yes.
Okay, well, so now I'm getting a little bit nervous as a parent, and I feel like maybe I should just sort of back off and kind of stick my head in the sand and wait for things to happen. Is that the right approach?
Well, you can always visit college campuses at any point in time. You can just call the admissions office to whatever college or university that you're on. I know a great thing for our family was when we were on vacation. We would go and visit universities and colleges in the areas that we were at. And go around and visit these college campus communities and see what kind of feel you get when you're on campus and take a tour.
Now, do those count as an official visit? Because I hear athletes talking about taking official visits. And if I just sign up at my local campus or something and want to jump in with everyone else, non-student athletes, does that count as an official visit?
That does not. Unofficial visits are visits that the college or university does not pay for, so you can go on any tour at any university or college that you might like on your own.
So I work with a lot of students on college search and families and trying to find a great college fit, and we focus on the academics, but I'm usually not able to help them in terms of the athletic piece. So thinking about the academic and athletic fit, how do we get those two to interact together?
Well, I think that you're going to have, athletically, you're going to have an idea of what level that you might be looking at. Your coaches might help you to establish that. And so what you want to do when you're looking at that particular level is to also look at the academic piece that really merges those two. So is it a good fit for me athletically? I can actually compete at that level. And then academically, can I handle the academic rigors that's involved with that level as well?
Yeah, and I have worked with students in both college search and even ACT test prep who know where they want to go and play, and they've been recruited, and they've even been told by universities or colleges, we need this ACT score, etc. And we're definitely able to help them do that, to get in and achieve those dreams, and sometimes get more academic scholarships as well. So if you're a high school student or even a late middle school student or a parent of one, and you're thinking about playing sports in college, we would love to sit down and talk with you. You can schedule a free consult right from our homepage. You can also email Stephanie at oncampuscollegeplanning.com, or Tom at oncampuscollegeplanning, and we would love to have those conversations with you and find out what your dreams are and how we can fit into that process as well. And we certainly would love for you to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. This is Tom for Stephanie. Let's do it.